Have you ever wondered if that woman in your life, the one who laughs at your jokes, remembers your stories, and lingers just a little too long in conversation, might secretly feel something more than friendship? Attraction is rarely shouted. It hides in the subtle, the quiet, the almost invisible. And unless you know the signs, you could miss them completely. I've spent years studying attraction, body language, and the psychology of relationships. In this video, I'm going to share with you 3 powerful, psychology-backed signs that reveal when a woman isn't just being friendly, she is actually drawn to you and may want something deeper. By the end, you'll be able to see the difference between kindness and attraction so clearly that you'll never mistake the two again. The first sign is mirroring, also known as the chameleon effect. Imagine sitting at a cafe, you lean back in your chair, and a moment later, she leans back too. You rest your hand on the table, and seconds later, her hand mirrors yours. She laughs when you laugh. She shifts when you shift. It almost feels like a dance, but one you never planned. Psychologists Chartrand and Barg discovered that mirroring happens unconsciously. It's your nervous system syncing with another person's. When a woman is attracted, her body naturally matches yours because it makes her feel closer, safer, and more connected. Mirroring is love in disguise, silent, unconscious, and beautifully telling. The second sign is her desire to be close, explained by the proximity principle. At a crowded party, with dozens of seats available, she somehow always ends up next to you. If you move toward the kitchen, she drifts that way too. If you step outside for air, she appears there as well. Even walking together, instead of keeping polite distance, she stays close enough that her hand brushes against yours again and again. This isn't coincidence, it's attraction pulling her closer. Psychology shows we bond more with those we're physically near, but when attraction is present, people actively seek closeness. Her presence is her heart's way of saying, of all the spaces I could be in, I choose the one closest to you. Proximity is attraction's gravity. It quietly pulls her closer, again and again. The third sign is emotional memory. She remembers the little things. Maybe you casually mentioned once that you love dark chocolate, and weeks later, she surprises you with a bar, saying she thought of you. Or perhaps you told her you had a stressful presentation, and later that day she texts, "How did it go?" Attraction makes us hyper-attentive. Dopamine spikes when we think of someone we like, which sharpens memory and focus. When she recalls details no one else does, she's really saying, "You matter enough for me to carry your words in my heart." Details remembered are feelings revealed, tiny echoes of a deeper desire. Now, think about these signs in everyday life. At work, she mirrors your tone in meetings, always sits near you, and remembers how you take your coffee. Among friends, she laughs at your jokes, hovers near you at parties, and follows up on things you casually shared. Even online, she mirrors your texting style, keeps the conversation alive, and recalls things you said days ago. One sign alone might not mean much, but when you see all 3 together, mirroring, proximity, and remembering, it's not just friendship. It's attraction speaking in a language beyond words. So let's bring it all together. Mirroring is her body syncing with yours. Proximity is her choice to stay close. Emotional memory is her heart holding onto your details. When these signs appear together, you're not just in her life, you're in her heart. Attraction rarely announces itself loudly. It hides in gestures, closeness, and remembered details. It's in the way she leans toward you when she doesn't have to, or the way she recalls words you barely remember saying. Love doesn't always begin with fireworks. Often, it begins with whispers. And if you learn to hear those whispers, you'll discover the truth that was there all along. She is not just being kind, she is reaching for something more.